to play a non-conference schedule last year because of COVID. What will it be like to have that back in the play this year, especially highlighted by the game against old Big 8 rival Oklahoma in the third week?
Yeah, last year was a challenge on everybody. I've said this before, I don't think it was a good year to have a young team. We missed a lot of development opportunities with our young team, from missing spring balls to fall camp, being changed to not being around them in the summer, to not having non-conference games. So a lot of our players were playing some of their first meaningful snaps at Ohio State right away, game one. That's tough. Would have been great to have more time with those guys to get them more prepared and get them more reps and get them more ready. Glad things are back to normal. Looking forward to not only starting non-conference, but getting a conference game under our belt to begin with, and then hitting non-conference. And with a young team, we know we need all the experience we can get.
Figure out the math since we've gone to the college football playoff. Yeah. I'm not surprised the schools that are against it, you know, it's another shocker. So we'll move on beyond that. I am concerned about the details, right? You know, how many games are we going to ask these young men to play? And that you need to look at the calendar then holistically. You're going to potentially be having more teams playing more games. You know, what are we doing in the off season? How much time are we taking? Things of that nature. Are we playing the first few games on, you know, college campuses? I'd love to bring some guys up from the South in December to Chicago. I'd love it. I'd do cartwheels. I think it would be awesome. So, but you got to earn it. And as long as we continue to you have to earn it and win on the field and play a competitive schedule, I'm for it. And then the last piece, you know, is someone that played in 2 bowl games and now I think been a part of, I don't know, close to 15. The bowl system, the experiences for student athletes, their families, your students, your fans, I would hate to lose the bowl system. And so however we can work diligently to protect that, I'd like to be able to do that.
What we called the Go for Life program, and before that, the Bronco for Life program for about 9 years now.
But Pick's good too.
It really takes society issues, it takes things that you're going to learn in the real world, and we apply them in classroom settings with our football team throughout the offseason. And we've done cooking classes, relationship, dating classes.
I don't know. I think he's played
all
a little
types
bit,
of things,
but
right? And this just adds to it. But I do think that when you, as excited as I am for the NIL, there's a lot of other things educationally, not just for the student athlete, but the parents and everybody they surround themselves with, the agents, you know, the accountants. I mean, you don't want any player going to jail for tax fraud, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that they never had to worry about before that now they have to worry about. And there's options of whether you want to be a part of that or not. There's a lot of responsibility to that too. So there's a lot of things that, again, this is something that's constantly evolving, and there's a learning curve to it, and we're all going to learn from it. But I'm really excited about it, and I'm excited about where we are and where we live, and the ability for our players to take advantage of it.
After not having a non-conference schedule last year, how big is it to have that back, and more importantly, have it highlighted by Washington, the team you were supposed to play to start last year, and on top of it being the 20th anniversary of 9/11?
Yeah, it's pretty cool having. I didn't even know about that until I came here. That we're gonna play on the anniversary of 9/11. So that's really cool because I got some history in my family of military members. So that'll be special. But yeah, I like our non-conference schedule this year. We should be off to a good start. That's what I plan. That Washington game is gonna be real fun under the lights, 7:30. At the big house, so it's gonna be a fun deal.
They don't. What's going to be most impactful for us is how we behave and how we perform and how we control what we can control, and that's on a day-to-day basis. It is a process. There's no doubt about it. But you know, we have built a culture. That's a culture of accountability, attention to detail, sense of urgency, togetherness, you know, teamwork, being unselfish, and we are cementing that culture. We have 34 new players that we didn't have a year ago, and we have indoctrinated them into our culture, into our program. And we had a great out-of-season conditioning program in the winter, very, very productive spring football. And then our summer program has been outstanding. So at this point, I feel like we have a team that's not just a collection of players, but it's a team that is united, ready to prove themselves and get it done in fall camp. only time will tell how good we'll be, but our goal is to be the best versions of ourselves, reach our full potential.
Ty, obviously you guys didn't have a full season last year as conference only, and you were able to showcase your skill set in such a short amount of time. How would it be to have a full season on top of having non-conference games on your slate this year?
Yes, I'm really excited just because we got a full off-season under our belt, a full spring with the whole football team, the strength staff. You know, we're about to get a full camp. You know, last season we didn't really have a camp because of COVID. I'm really excited for this opportunity.
And then, obviously, last year things didn't work out against Ohio State, but what everybody remembered was that post-game speech from your coach, Tom Allen. How big has that been in the offseason in terms of motivation? Has that been one of the big things that have motivated you guys in the offseason?
Oh, for sure. You know, Coach Allen, you know, he preaches, you know, just to go hard in everything you do. And that's what we do. We take each day one day at a time, and that's what we're going to continue doing.
Thanks.
Which is a good number for us, and feel good about that. But the bottom line is it's a decision they have to make. And so life's about choices, and you have to understand the consequences for those choices, you know, good and the bad. That's life. It's no different with the vaccine. You got to make a decision. And for me, I had to make a decision, and I felt like that I couldn't do my job without having it. You know, to be able to go where I need to go, do what I need to do, be able to be in this environment and go out and recruit and be with all a bunch of different individuals from who knows where they've been exposed to. So, and we did a great job, I feel like, as a staff and as a whole athletic department, just educating our guys. And they got to make those decisions. So I think our guys have seen the value in it, and everybody's got opinions about it. I've got my own family as well, just different sides of it, and that's not here to debate all that. And so bottom line is that there's no question, as you see the emphasis of it, the different conferences and even the NFL, what they're talking about, and I haven't seen all those things yet, but I just know that it's something that we have to deal with, and if a young man chooses not to, he's going to have certain things he's going to have to do to be able to stay to where he can try to keep himself healthy. You know, so just something we're going to work through as a program, and but I do feel good about where we're at.